Speaking of fullbacks, we had week 1 of the NFL football season. The Broncos won, lost.
Lost.
Oh yeah, they lost.
It was an ugly game. To your former team.
Yeah,
Gostowski.
Or current team.
so we'll get to the kickers in a minute. Panthers lost not again, but for the first time this year. But my Bolts are 1-0. So what do you know?
You beat the Bengals by 3 because a kicker faked an injury.
Yeah. If you want to talk about bad for the brand, that was it, huh?
We'll talk about the kickers in a minute, but
I mean, no, I think it ties in. You're only 1-0 because, number one, you played the Bengals and scored 17 points. How? And then the kicker just shanked it and then said, "Oh, half hurts." Come on.
He's given a gimme by a fucking dog shit team.
Yeah, come on, man. Like you can't come at me talking about the Panthers losing like that. Come on.
But I mean, the Las Vegas Raiders are arguably the worst team in football.
No, they're not.
No, that's obviously the Jets. It will always be the
Yeah.
Jets. I mean, you turn where's Le'Veon Bell? I haven't seen him. I think he's hurt.
He's hurt now.
He injured himself, so he didn't have to play. Come on. The Raiders are the worst.
The Raiders are not the worst team. They at least have Josh Jacobs and a good O-line.
Yeah,
They
they're
have
old.
Darren Waller.
Yeah, Darren Waller. Yep.
He's really good.
Yeah, and
Don't they have Amari Cooper still, or is he with the Cowboys?
He's a Cowboy.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, they're not. No, they're a surprisingly average team, the Raiders.
Yeah. And then the Panthers, it's not like they played horrible. I mean, it was Teddy's first game, and they scored 30-something points, right?
I was very impressed with the way that they played. They lost 35-30. The only reason is because we didn't give the best running back in the NFL ball on 4th and inches, which I still do not understand.
Mm-hmm.
Gave it to a fullback. Okay. But, we learn from our mistakes, and we're supposed to be terrible. So the fact that we're even close and winning in games, I can live with that.
And now they play the Bucks, coming
do.
off a bad loss.
Freaking loss and a terrible performance by Tom Brady.
Yeah, Tom, it was not an impressive performance. Connor, you're our resident Brady fan. Thoughts?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was tough to watch. I mean, one of the interceptions was Evans' fault. I think Bruce Arians came out and said, no, it wasn't good. But he found his scrappy little white guy that he's going to throw to.
Miller drafted him in fantasy.
I picked him up in fantasy, yeah. Scotty Miller.
What up?
Since both my wide receivers went down with an injury this week, I picked him up, and we're going to see how it goes. I think it's going to be good, though. Yeah.
Connor, would you like to reveal what your starting lineup is for fantasy this week?
No problem. I got you. So at quarterback, we have Aaron Rodgers. I mean, it's a good quarterback, right? He did well last week. Running backs are Mark Ingram and Chris Carson.
Okay.
The wide receivers are Hollywood Brown, Mike Williams, and Scotty Miller in the flex. And then the tight end is Darren Waller, and the defense is the Tennessee Titans.
I mean, it's not horrible. I thought it was a little worse, actually.
I had Kelly in there, like the Chargers running back for a little bit, but I decided to give Mark Ingram the start for another week.
I also took Mark Ingram. I feel like who were they playing? Whoever they're playing gave up 166 yards on the ground to the Chiefs.
Houston. Yeah, Houston.
So if Mark Ingram doesn't get a touchdown, then everyone drop him. That's my fantasy advice. Just because he's not going to get any the entire year. For the year.
It'll be Dobbins getting a lot of carries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of running back performances, though, started him in my FanDuel lineup, and in my fantasy league, Nick Chubb last night goes off for the Browns. Kareem Hunt too. Yeah, the
Browns won a football game in the first half of the season.
Yeah, and allowed 30 points to a rookie quarterback.
Well, we don't talk about that. it's the ground and pound. The Browns just
Yeah.
run the ball down your throat with the double team Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. That's all.
Which looked really good.
Right, and then they threw a touchdown to Odell once.
Yeah, off play action. Yep.
Yeah, see, there you go. So
Baker was playing really well, and then he threw a sweet interception. There he is. That's my guy.
He can only play well for so long.
Oh yeah, he's like Tony Romo or Smoking Jay Cutler. You know,
Oh God.
Interception at some point in the game. You just don't count the first one. The second one counts for stats. That's the only way.
The pick that Baker threw was flat out garbage.
It was spectacular. I thought it was awesome. That guy was wide open, and he was just like, I'm going to wait for the defender to get there and then throw it out. Like, okay.
But yeah, Joe Burrow played pretty well, actually.
Well,
all things considered, he had 60-something attempts.
He had 60 pass attempts. Like, come on.
61 attempts. I think over 300 yards, obviously, because the Bengals couldn't run the ball. And he was responsible for 3 touchdowns, I think?
I think so.
Yeah, see, he ran for 1 and threw 2, I believe is what
Might have been.
What he did. So, yeah, I was impressed by him. 30 points. I mean, it is the Browns, but he also plays for the Bengals. So, for the Bengals to score 30 points and not have A.J. Green do anything.
Yeah. All things considered for the Bengals, I mean, only losing to the Chargers by 3 and only losing to the Browns by 5. Not the worst start to the season.
And the Bengals covered. That was the big thing.
The Bengals covered on one of the last plays of the game, which was beautiful.
Huge win. I think I took the
Want to know
Bengals.
for the wink.
Yep.
What place are you in here? Because we're all in a pick'em league, I believe.
Except Parker.
I started the week in 3rd.
A lot of people had good weeks last week.
You're in 6th behind yours truly.
That's all right.
Peyton's in 3rd, and our old buddy Kevin's in last.
Yes. Casual Thunder, whatever.
He's 7 and 9. So
don't worry.
Let me look. There was one. Oh, Jaguars and Titans. Titans are favored by 9 this week.
Yeah,
I picked the Titans 9 over Jacksonville.
How is that possible? Gostkowski's still their kicker.
That's true.
Like, what? I don't understand. At some point, they're going to have to try and kick a field goal, unless Derrick Henry runs for 800 yards. Like, because Tannehill didn't do anything last week.
No, he wasn't. I mean, Denver's defense played pretty well, but yeah, Tannehill was quiet, and Derrick Henry was at least limited last week.
Yeah,
but he got there at the end.
Yeah,
but I mean, the score was like 7-6 or something like that. I don't know.
It was like when I was a Titans fan, it was like field goal.
It was a tight. Yep.
It was like field goal after field goal after field goal. I was like, oh my god, this game's boring.
That was a very Titan game, but yet they're good, so it's weird. Yeah, they're an enigma. My big kind of upset of the week, I'm having the Raiders at least cover versus the Saints.
No chance.
They're underdogs by 6. They have to go across the country, new stadium, Vegas. Raiders ball control offense. I didn't like the way the Saints looked in week 1, even though they beat the Bucs pretty easily. Taking it.
Drew Brees is a consummate professional. He's going to go out there and throw 5 touchdown passes.
I hope so. I hate the Raiders, and Brees is my fantasy quarterback.
Okay, well, then he'll throw 3 touchdowns. And I don't think if the Raiders give up 30 points to the Panthers, then
to the Saints, that's true.
It's a big question mark.
Yeah.
Want to know down there?
Who is?
The Packers. Parker's team.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's my team. Okay. Yeah, go Pack.
Aren't you a Packers fan?
Love the Packers.
Yeah. Where are they from?
Milwaukee.
Nope.
I know. I'm kidding.
Oh.
Yeah,
That worked.
Aaron Rodgers, America's quarterback.
He bad.
My
person.
favorite guy.
He's
That's
bad
it?
person.
Oh,
That's
I
it.
don't. Yeah, sure.
Just your favorite guy.
Yeah,
That's
no,
all you-
I watched about 10 minutes of football last week. Sometimes I put it on for background noise while I was doing homework.
Like,
Yeah,
Well, Aaron Rodgers' family hates him, so
it's
See,
true.
person.
He's kind of a schmuck,
Thank you.
but, you know.
He's bad person.
no, he's a good
I like watching Aaron Rodgers on the field, but he drives me absolutely nuts.
You don't see many of those discount double check commercials anymore, do you?
It's true.
Yes, I do. I see them all the time.
Is Aaron Rodgers on them?
Yes.
You watching
Where?
a lot of like 2014 TV?
No, he's throwing the ball to the dog.
Yeah, that is true.
So you just
It's not like on every TV station ever like it was but way back in the day, him and Clay Matthews.
It's true.
Connor, your Chargers playing the Chiefs this week.
yeah, I'm not expecting much. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Chiefs are favored by 8.5. I would have taken them by 20.5.
Absolutely. The only chance the Chargers have a victory is if the plane gets lost. Or wait, are they in Kansas City?
LA.
Oh, they're
Are
in.
they in LA?
That's good.
Okay, perfect. So if Kansas City plane gets lost somehow and ends up in the wrong stadium, which they've done before because they lost their baggage last year.
It's true.
So it's not outside the realm of possibility. The only way that the Chargers win is if the Chiefs land in Oakland for some reason and they make it down in time for the game and they forfeit. It's the only way.
That would be a shame. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way that they win, hands down.
Thoughts, Connor?
Well, I don't know. The way you beat the Chiefs is you gotta keep the ball for a long time. So I think our running game's gonna go off this week, and we're gonna have to have both of our backs do very well, and hopefully Patrick Mahomes doesn't get the ball as often as he's used to. So there you go.
That's,
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers. T's and P's, baby. T's and P's.
yeah, other games this weekend. Falcons, Cowboys. Cowboys are favored by 4.5. Patriots, Seahawks. Seahawks favored by 4. Yeah, Cam was fun to watch in week 1. So yeah, that'll be an interesting game to watch. And then Ravens and Texans. Ravens are going to win by 50.
Which is why you should pray that Ingram scores touchdowns.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, well, I mean, I don't think they'll win by 50. I think it'll be a high-scoring affair. I think Deshaun Watson is good enough to make it sort of a game.
Mhm.
Good. But Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, Lamar's a joke. He's so good. In week 1, he was just as good as he was at any point last year. Let's see. Vikings, Colts. Weird game. Niners, Jets. That's a mismatch. That should be fun.
Let me tell you something about the Jets.
The Niners are gonna.
Let me tell you something about the Jets. I watched one play of the Jets game, and it was Sam Darnold throwing an interception.
Dude, that was so bad.
It was probably the worst football play I've ever seen. He just chucked it, and there was nobody there, and it's just the defender was like, "Okay, I'll just take it, Sam, no problem." And it's the Jets are so bad. How can you be a franchise in the NFL and you run out Sam Darnold as your quarterback, and you're like, "This is a good winning football team. We're gonna win games with Sam Darnold as our quarterback." How can you say that to your fans? That's despicable.
It is despicable.
It's how can you be a fan of that team? No offense to our resident Jets fan, but I'm sorry. That's so bad. Imagine saying to yourself, Sam Darnold's a good quarterback when you have Josh Allen in the same division as you, you had Tom Brady for how many ever years, and you think Sam Darnold's a good quarterback. You're just foolish at that point.
That Sam Darnold pick was like something you'd see in Madden, throwing completely across your body with like a little jump throw.
He looked like he was trying to play a high school game, and he was just trying to like what are you doing, Sam? Just go get mono, have the backup quarterback play.
Oh, he's never gonna live.
Said it.
It's not the only one that got that, huh?
No, I didn't get mono. No. I didn't do that.
You got mono?
Boom! I got Epstein-Barr. There's a difference.
Same. Same, but
I was 7 years old. Why are we bringing that up?
I don't know. Never living it down.
7 years old.
We might have to bring our resident Jets fan if they go 0-2. Might have to bring him on to somehow defend Sam Darnold.
Who was a Jets fan?
How can you Sam Darnold?
Pierce? Well, Pierce used to be a Chargers fan, so his thought process is a little skewed, right?
I mean, you got to give him credit for going with the Jets over the Chargers.
You know what? That is a fair point. It's not like he chose like a good team.
Yeah.
He went downhill if that was possible.
Yeah, it's tough to go down from the Chargers of all, but found a way.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
T's and P's.
T's and P's.
All right. Should we take our break now?
Indeed.
Okay, we'll come back. Parker will get involved in the conversation with baseball, and I think El Tigre is playing today.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, you're right. And then we're gonna head out, boys. So it's been a pleasure.
Indeed. Jack, you've been
Adios.
great over there with your one comment, but hey, what are you gonna do?
Welcome to the show. He's the angel on my shoulder.
I'm here, man.
Whispering thoughts.
All right.
Things he was muttering, you wouldn't allow him on the podcast.
Yeah, I kind of just.
Yeah.
I didn't know what what your audience was.
Yeah.
So I want to keep
You would not have allowed him on here. You just started yelling. You just started whispering things that were incredibly inappropriate.
Not incredibly inappropriate. I made a Kareem Hunt joke that was kind of.
Yes, you did.
Oh, well.
No.
Yeah. Deservedly so.
Yes, you did.
I thought it was funny. I should have said it out loud.
Well, you missed your chance. Next time.
All right.
Next.
That's a real kick in the head, man.
Oh, boo. That's easy. Come on.
All right.
All right. Gentlemen, it's been an honor.
Adios.